Hi guys, it's Miss Kimbrough here, and I wanted to make sure everyone gets a little tutorial, if you need it, on getting set up with our String Basics app. So the String Basics book is the book we have been talking about with some of our beginner students, and those of you who have been in orchestra for more than a year should also either have this book or know about it, and hopefully you're in the process of purchasing this book. So one of the best parts about the String Basics book, we're going to all use this red outline, level 1, okay, book 1, and make sure that the instrument is correct here. For violin, or if you play cello, it should say cello. Viola, you'll have viola here, or if you're using a violin book, maybe we've talked about it and you're using violin book, then make sure it says violin. But you know, one of the greatest things about this series is, and I spoke with many orchestra teachers about the different the different curriculums, is that they have the fabulous app with this book, and every year things become more and more competitive, but this app tends to really withstand the test of time. It's just really well made. So what you'll notice is at the very back inside cover of the String Basics book, you will have some instructions on how to set up your IPS app. That is, it's actually called KJOS IPS app. So IPS is Interactive Practice Studio, and it truly is an awesome way to practice. And I highly encourage you to use this at least 5 times a week if possible. So you'll go to the back of the book, and if you're using a laptop or desktop computer, you can just type in this website here, www.kjos.com/IPS. And once you get to that, you'll pick whether you're using a PC or a Mac, and you'll download the Interactive Practice Studio software, and it will prompt you to make an account and also to enter a code. Everyone has a unique code in the back of their book. That's the other really great thing. You don't have to worry about losing a disc or scratching up a disc. And as long as you keep up with the book, you have your code. So I have a code here, and it's unique to my book. And then, you know, same thing for our friends who are using tablets or smartphones are fine too. You really can use anything as far as long as it has the ability to download apps. The Chromebook is our only struggle, and I'm working with the technology department to figure this out. But for now, if you have a desktop or laptop, regular computer, not a Chromebook, then you use the top options. If you have a tablet, smartphone, you use this option, and it's as simple as going to either, if you have a Mac, Apple tablet or phone, you go to the App Store in your Apple device, and you type in IPS. I would type in KJOS and then a space and then IPS. Same if you use an Android phone, you go to your App Store there and you type in KJOS and then IPS. And then, again, you'll be prompted and you'll type this information in. You'll use an email address and a name. If you want to use the parent or guardian's name and email address, that is perfectly fine. The child's or the orchestra member's name is not crucial here. It's just important that you get this app. So whatever information you use to sign up is not necessarily significant to how we use it, and it's just important that you are able to get the app no matter what device you're using, and that you're able to turn it on and use it. So that's what I would really like to know. So I want to show you really quick how this app looks on my computer or on my tablet. I've got a tablet here. Once I set up the app on my iPad, first I'll show you. In fact, I'm going to share with you, if you're struggling with your book purchase, like if you're having trouble purchasing a book, you may write out this information for a temporary login until you get a String Basics book. So you will use the email address Natalie, Natalie, .s.kimbro, Kimbro, @gmail.com. And I'm not sure if the name is significant, but it's just Natalie Kimbro. And then the password for our group account is capital S, capital H, capital C, capital S, so that's SHCS, and then lowercase music. So SHCS in caps and then lowercase MUSIC. And that will allow you, if you type in this information to log in to the IPS account, you may use the account the way you would if you had your own book. It's just that we will be sharing that account. So you would probably not want to make recordings as much, although it's fine if you do. I'm happy to have those on our account, and I'm actually happy to hear them too. So that's the kind of how your settings will look. And then I would like to show you, I'm going to go back home. Oops, I always click this on accident. I'm going to go home. I'm going to click this little arrow here backwards. And now I'm home. And once you have gone to Get Products, if you have your own book, you'll click Get Products. It'll say Opening the Store, please wait. And then it will say, if you have purchased a physical book, you can get your book's materials free using the product code you found in your book. Do you have a physical book with a product code? So for those of you who are not using the login information I just gave you, those of you who have your own book, please, when you are prompted with this question, I came here by clicking Get Products, and when this question comes up, you will click Yes, and it will allow you to type in your code that is in the back cover of your book. Okay, so I'm going to click Cancel because I have the book, and I'll click My Book List, and that's where your book will appear once you have a code entered in. And this is where it gets really fun. So page 1, I haven't used a lot, but you can just see the book is literally all here. You can even make a little note if you need to. The kids like to have me do these things, but we just mainly start on page 4. So I'm going to go over. You can do it this way, or you can also go back. You can go back home and start over. I'm not as savvy with this as I'd like to be, but I'm learning. So page 4, and this is just so fun. We can make it a little bigger, and the great thing is, as soon as you see this little icon, the volume symbol, you click there. You click, and at the bottom you'll see a play sign, and you'll click play. Okay, you'll click play.
Rest, 2, 3, 4.
And that's number 1, and you can do it as many times as you'd like. It even has an opportunity to make the tempo slower. If you want to make the tempo slower, you click the little clock, and you can do slowest, slower, or normal. You cannot go faster. I know there's some people in our orchestra who are very fast. But that's okay because we need to practice our steady tempo. All right, so that's really just an awesome app. Oh, when you see these little stars, you're welcome to click on these. They give you an extra dose of info, a little trivia, and I think they're really awesome. You also will come upon some videos, and I think that they're included as you go also. They may be on the home page. So definitely check out, play around with the app. As you could see, I have been doing a little bit too. It's trial and error, but it's a huge, tremendous help. I hope that boys and girls in our orchestra will use this at least 3, 4, 5 nights a week if possible. We really want to encourage practicing at home in addition to rehearsal. I hope that boys and girls will open that case and get the instrument out and review what we did in class when they get home after rehearsal. That's the best time to start reviewing because it's so fresh in your mind. Okay, guys, I have said plenty. I hope that helps, and let me know if you need anything. You know my email, and feel free to text if you need to send a text. It's 865-604-0676. Happy playing, and I'll see you soon. Bye, everybody.